Hey guys, this is Nick from ForexForNoobs.com with my midday analysis. If you enjoy this analysis and my other videos, hit the subscribe button below this video. Subscribing to my YouTube channel gives you an instant notification whenever I add a new video. Also, please hit the like button below if you find this video useful. So before I start the analysis, I want to explain how it works so you can actually use it in your trading. On most Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, I hold a live analysis session for my Forex Mastermind students. These sessions are recorded and posted to YouTube. I say most because some days I'm busy and other days I'm not trading, and I have a rule: when I'm not trading, I do not post analysis. In the analysis, I look for price action reversal setups on around 10 to 20 pairs that I'm currently trading. I check every time frame for every pair, taking a systematic approach to doing analysis. Personally, I do this analysis several times per day, but only the midday session is recorded as most setups are spotted then. So what are setups? A reversal setup occurs when price stalls at an area of support resistance and a transition of power occurs, from buyers to sellers or from sellers to buyers. I wait for price to approach these areas and spot potential setups. But these setups are not actual trades. When I share a setup on this analysis, it doesn't mean I'm entering the trade right away. Setups are just setups, and many setups do not trigger, so they never actually become trades. But some of them do, of course, and some of them become trades. To understand this, you have to know a little bit about my strategy, which I share for free on ForexForNoobs.com, and there's a link to the strategy also below. I use 4 different tags in the name of these analysis videos. The tags are in brackets at the end of the name. It's important to know these tags just so you understand what is in the video. So if you see no setups, that means there are no setups today, obviously. If you see upcoming setups on, that means there are no setups, but I have spotted some very strong support resistance areas, which may lead to setups later in the day. So that could be anywhere between a few hours to a whole day. And if it's tagged with setups on, that means there are setups today, and I'm sharing potential trades in the video itself. So let's get started with the analysis. All right, guys, so let's get started with the analysis. Today is Tuesday, the 20th of June, 2017. Time is 16:09 here in the UK. You're looking at a USDJPY daily chart. Now, USDJPY, what's going on? Now, I spotted this earlier today. I posted about it on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram for Forex stuff, but I also post a lot of other stuff to Instagram. I've been posting too much of other stuff. I should be posting more Forex stuff. But I've just been doing a lot of cool stuff lately. Tomorrow I'm going to archery, so I'm going to post some archery stuff. That should be fun. Anyway, back to actual trading. Yeah, I posted this to my Instagram and to Facebook earlier today. Possible short here on USDJPY. I was looking at it on the daily chart. Now, let me tell you my concerns real quick about this. I'm pretty convinced that USDJPY is headed up. I'm pretty convinced that it's going to be heading up to possibly the 112 and beyond this week. Now, I'm convinced of this because of the news, fundamental reasons. I'm not talking about, price action reasons. But price action is showing me a potential short is forming. Now, this is by no means confirmed. It's just saying that there's a potential short forming here on the daily. So what I want to do is I want to wait for this candle to close, right? When this candle closes, it's going to give me a bit of an idea of what price is doing, because right now it looks like buyers are regaining control and they might keep pushing up. So I don't know what's going to happen, but this candle might close as complete indecision, and then the new candle might open, and the new candle might look something like this. Now, if the new candle, while it's still open, gets down to this low here, I might consider entering a short trade, because what I'd be looking for is a temporary retrace or a temporary pullback from this resistance area before it continues up like I assume it probably will this week, right? So that's what I'm looking for here with USDJPY. There might be a chance to enter a pullback. So in a situation like this, I'd only really be targeting probably 1.5 R. So let's imagine this current candle closes like this. My target would be very small. We're talking something like that. Entry stop target. Because what I'm seeing here is probably going to push down to here maybe, and then continue up, because I'm pretty sure it's going to continue up. Now, this is just from the news, from what I've been reading, from my economic assessment. I don't really trade fundamentals too much. I usually stick only to price action, but this week in particular, a lot of the people whose judgment I trust on these things have suggested that USDJPY is going to go up. So I don't want to counter trend trade too heavily on this one, because I'm pretty sure the trend's going up. Does that make sense, guys? All right, well, I guess we spent a long time on USDJPY. Let's move on to Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand is also looking pretty decent today, actually. I've already checked these out, so that's why I have them at the top of the list. Euro New Zealand looks like it might be stalling finally. It's been headed down for quite some time. It's been trending down pretty heavily. But it looks like it might be stalling on this support area. Last week it stalled here for several days. It's continued down a little bit, but we can see that it's stalling again. So this might be the end for this huge move down on Euro New Zealand. I wouldn't call it the end right now. I'm just saying it could be the end. Watch out. Let's see what happens here. There's a strong chance that we might finally see a reversal on this pair. So we might finally see buyers gaining control of price and pushing price up. So I'm going to watch this pair closely. It's not a potential trade as of yet, because this current candle hasn't even closed. And if it closes like this, I wouldn't be that crazy about entering a long trade if it pushes back up a little bit. I'm very hesitant really with this pair. It's just so messy. That's the problem with it. Even on the way down, we can see how messy it's been. All these crazy spikes. There's really not much that you can do here. It's a battlefield. It's a war zone. This pair is a war zone. You got this war between buyers and sellers. Buyers come up, sellers come down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, all over the place. Worth keeping an eye on, but don't get too wrapped up in taking a potential long here. It's just something to keep an eye on. We'll see how it goes. All right, AUD-CAD. What's going on with AUD-CAD? Just stalling on resistance, nothing much. AUD-JPY. Right, AUD-JPY is sinking back down after breaking through a strong resistance area. Let's keep a close eye for a potential continuation setup on here. So we could be seeing something like this. We've already had that kind of setup on AUD-JPY here, but I don't think that was really a decent enough setup to enter, but we could be getting a second attempt here. Something like that happening. So keep a close eye. It looks like it's coming back to the support area, and it's probably going to find support at this area. So let's keep a close eye and see how it plays out. All right, AUD New Zealand is trending down. It's just kind of stuck in between support resistance areas. There's nothing much that I would want to actually trade here. AUD USD has fallen back into support. Do we really have that much room here? Yeah, maybe. Oh, but not really. I mean, it's already tried this once. Here. Can see it kind of broke above, fell back down to it. And it's just, yeah, I'm probably not going to bother with this. But keep an eye on it anyway. We might get a potential long setup here, continuation. But it's just a bit messy. I'm probably not going to do anything with it. All right, CAD CHF. CAD CHF is finally heading down. Anyone short this? I think it was posted to the forum, wasn't it? All right, CAD JPY is broken above resistance. Blah, 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 nothing much. Your AUD broken below support. Just dropping down. Nothing much I would want to trade. Euro CAD. Sitting in between two support resistance areas. Blah, blah, blah. Euro GBP. Nothing much happening. Euro JPY in between support resistance areas. Euro USD has broken through support finally.
EURNZD looks like it's finally headed down, doesn't it? It had this long climb up. Actually starting here technically, but whatever. It had this long climb up over quite some time. Now it looks like it might be turned around for a while. Right, I'll tell you what I want to do with EURUSD. There is potential here to short EURUSD at some point and to ride this trend down as long as it wants to go down. But as you guys know, I don't really like breakout trading. I'd rather get in on a pullback. So if price pulls back to here, stalls out here for a little bit, could enter a potential continuation trade. So there is definite potential for that. Let's keep a close eye on EURUSD as it pulls back to resistance. If it pulls back to the resistance, it definitely looks like sellers are trying to take control of price. They're pushing down. So, you know, we could definitely get one of these kinds of patterns. So let's keep a close eye on it, see what happens. Whoa. That's a nice little indecision candle forming on top of a strong support area. All right, let's keep an eye on GBPAUD. GBPAUD definitely has potential. Potential long trade here, forming on support right now. So what's happening here is price is stalling out on top of the support area, completely stalling out on top of the support area. On a lot of different time frames. Got 5.5 hours until the 12-hour chart close. Let's see what happens with the 12-hour chart. I might even look at this on a lower time frame. The 8-hour chart's the same deal. We got 4.5 hours until it closes. Sorry, 5.5 hours I meant to say. And same for the 6-hour chart. But 6-hour chart, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna look at this on the 12-hour chart. I want to see how it plays out on here. My biggest concern with this at the moment is it is extremely messy to the left here. Whenever you want to enter a trade, you always have to look to the left. That's one of your first steps. Look to the left. Look to the left. What do you see? What do I see to the left? I see just a bunch of messy movement through here. It's a pretty strong bounce there. So I'd be concerned with any long here that it's just going to get stuck in this area forever. So, you know, it's worth keeping an eye on GBPAUD right now. Let's see how it plays out. GBPCAD is just sitting in between areas right now, so there's not much opportunity there. GBPCHF is also sitting between areas, so there's not that much opportunity here. GBPJPY is just headed down, but it's in between areas, so again, not much opportunity. GBPUSD has broken below resistance. Looks like this one's turning around too, guys. Pretty decent uptrend, and then it just kind of stalled down. Now it looks like it's heading down. I noticed last time, bam, I mean that was election, so didn't trade it, but it had this kind of pattern where it came down, came back up, and then smashed down. So I'm looking for that same sort of situation here, something like that. Keep a close eye on GBPUSD. In the coming days, we could be getting a continuation reversal here. So again, just to make it clear, what I want to see with a continuation reversal is a break through the support area, pull back to the support area, price stalling on the support, which is now resistance technically because it's broken below it. and then a continuation down. That is what a continuation setup is. Let's keep a close eye on GBPUSD for a continuation setup. Actually going to move that closer to the top of the list. Right, New Zealand CAD is just messing about on top of this support area. New Zealand JPY. There's awesome continuation there recently. Looks like it's stalling out on this resistance area. It's very messy. I'm not sure if there'll be much opportunity for a trade, but it's definitely stalling on resistance. I'm going to watch this on the 12-hour and on the daily, see what happens. If this current 12-hour candle pulls back up a little bit, it might close as a nice little indecision candle. Risk-reward ratio might not be that great, but let's keep a close eye on New Zealand JPY. There is potential for a short here. It's definitely stalling out on this resistance area right now. It's stalling out here. I want to see how this closes on the 12-hour, and I'll decide what to do from there. New Zealand USD is just in between support resistance. USD CAD, what are you doing, USD CAD? Looks like it's testing this resistance area. It's already slowing down at it. Could be a continuation here, but there was another attempt recently. I'm not too interested in this. Finally, USDCHF. What's going on with USDCHF? It is stalling on resistance. It's really messy though. I'm not even going to bother. I'm not crazy about USDCHF. And just the messiness of it is just enough. It doesn't really interest me too much. You know, it's already attempted a kind of reversal. Oops, wrong button. Already attempted a reversal here. Now it's come back up and it's stalling again. But it's just so messy through there, through here, through everywhere. And it's already tried the move. And yeah, I'm not interested. USDCHF, we'll scratch that. Okay, let's review, guys. GBPAUD. GBPAUD is on top of the support area. It looks like it's slowing down here. So we might see a potential reversal trade here. Keep a close eye on this. USDJPY. USDJPY is stalling on top of this support, resistance area rather. Stalling on top of resistance, potential short trade here, a bit messy, but that might be able to be excused depending on the setup itself. Keep a, just remember that I think USDJPY is possibly headed up to at least a 112.00. So trade with care if you were to short here. Just trade with care, guys. GBPUSD. GBPUSD is breaking below a support area. What I want to see here is just a continued break, a pullback, and then a continuation. So there's potential for that there. New Zealand JPY is stalling on the resistance area, but you know, it doesn't look good right now, but this could end up looking okay. It could end up with a nice risk to reward ratio. I don't know. It's not very likely, but it's something where we should keep an eye on regardless. And finally, Euro New Zealand is stalling on top of support. Very similar to New Zealand JPY. It doesn't look that great. It's very, very messy, actually. You know, 90% chance that I'm not going to do anything here, but I want to see what happens. I want to keep a close eye on it because I've been waiting for this downtrend to end, so it looks like it might be finally ending. So I want to see how it goes. It's also very possible that it's just going to push down and continue to break through. I'm just going to see what happens. I want to see how this one plays out. All right, any questions, guys?
Thanks for watching the analysis. I hope it was useful. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button below. Also, for instant notifications when I post analysis or other cool videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Once the setups I share in this analysis trigger, I post live updates as I manage the trade, such as my entry, exit, stop, and when to get out of the trade. For these updates, add me on Facebook or Twitter by clicking the buttons below. I'll see you in the next video.